issue of trust. If you do not trust your spouse, you're wasting your time. Trust comes now. It is built and sowed right now. The seeds of trust are sown right now. So you trust one another, come what may. When you hear an anonymous caller calling you, that is a lie. No matter how true it sounds, it's a lie. Throw it out, you will be happy. The minute you are to entertain someone else and their stories, you are not going to be happy. And the day you break up, they will be laughing. And they will be excited. May the Almighty protect us from mischief makers. And may He make us from those who can help our spouses trust us. There's no point in saying, trust me, but everything you're doing is testing my trust for you. May the Almighty grant us goodness. And this leads us to something else. We need time with one another. Spend maximum time with one another. The Prophet ﷺ says, لِيَسَعْكَ بَيْتُكَ. You want to succeed in life? Spend maximum time at home. Your wife, your children. Subhanallah. Your children. And perhaps your parents and so on. When you're at home, especially after the evening prayer, he says if you do not have something constructive to do, make sure you're at home. Quality time. This means your friends, sorry for looking at you, but your friends become secondary. Your wife becomes primary first. Which means if your friends feel bad, that this guy's now, you know what, he is controlled by his wife, they can keep on uttering those statements for as long as you are happy. This is a fact. You want your marriage to work, your spouse comes number one. Your immediate family, number one. Thereafter, your friends. So if you have 911 from them and from them, you know where to go first, inshallah. May Allah safeguard us and grant us goodness, and may He open our doors. It's something very important. People don't know how to prioritize. You want to go on holiday? Take her with you. You want to get somewhere? Take her with you. And another thing, transparency. Look, they all start with T. We said trust, we said time, now we're talking of transparency. Be transparent as possible. Don't have hidden agendas in the closet. You know, the phone has got 3 locks. Why? First one, in case she gets through. The second one, in case she gets through. The third one, she'll never get through. That brings me to another point. Reassurance of the spouse or to the spouse of your love, verbally and in other ways, is very, very important. Keep on uttering it to them. Keep on every day in different ways. Look at them, smile at them, and you utter these words of how much you love them. You make a difference. No point in saying, can't you feel it? Come on, what don't I do for you? That's not good enough. As much as you do for them, you still need to utter the words of love for them. And every day, just like you are engaging in an act of worship, you know, you need to tell them how much you love them in various ways. You know, you need to keep on looking at them, staring at them, how beautiful they are, because you don't want them to feel that coming from someone else than yourself. This is why the Prophet, peace be upon him, says, nikah must be in the masjid, open for everybody to attend. There is no restriction of entry here. Why? Because everyone comes, they can sit and watch, get a reminder, and at the same time they can think to themselves, you know what, I need to resolve my own problems. I need to make myself a person who can learn a lesson from this, go home and say, look, I'm sorry. I'm really, really very sorry. You know, we don't want it like the Imam in the masjid, he said, when you go home, I'm sure you've heard this from me before, you need to make sure you praise the cooking of your wife. She's been working so hard in the kitchen. She's actually been there for so long. And whatever she cooks, when last did you say, wow, what a meal, subhanAllah, what a meal. Today I received an email where somebody said, and I'm sure you must have seen it, it's been doing its rounds for a few years. They say the son was watching his father when the mother had burnt the toast. And he came in and he didn't even notice that the toast was burnt. He didn't even notice. He ate it and he said, wow, that was such a lovely meal. And later on, when they were going to sleep, the son goes to the father and says, Dad, do you really like burnt toast? Because he uttered a comment, I love burnt toast, you know, this type of toast. Do you really like burnt toast? So the father calls his son close. He says, listen, son, burnt toast doesn't hurt anyone. But what you say from your mouth can be very hurtful. Look at the comment. The burnt toast doesn't hurt anyone. It won't. What you said from your mouth can be very hurtful. So just say, I love it, I like it. But together with that, tolerance. You need to tolerate some differences that you may have. You've been brought up totally different. Different parents, different sometimes countries, cities, likes, dislikes. Whatever is within the limits of the law, you need to try your best to adopt and adjust to it. Whatever is out of line, you need to make it clear, look, this thing here, I'm not happy with it because the Almighty will be displeased if we do it this way. There you are. You've made your lines very clear.